Hello my friends, how are you? Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Katie and welcome to the Bookish adventure. As you can tell from the title, I am finally beginning my Crawthorn and Roses journey. Yes, we did it with Throne of Glass and now we're doing it again with this because why not? So I've decided that I'm finally going to read this year as I'm trying to tackle my immense backlog of books. I have decided that I'm going to read the first 3 and do the novella this year. I've just sort of been gauging opinions from people and said opinions are read it as like 2 trilogies because who knows where the next half are going. This got me way back when. I mean, I've literally had this book since it's been released. I'm sorry. This was the whole Beauty and the Beast inspired retelling and I was like, hello, check please, and I was all over it. And then it sat on my shelf because I like to read books all together and I had planned to read Throne of Glass first anyway. And then I then saw that because on the back of this says the first in an epic new trilogy. Well, it's a lie because there's more, but I mean this is why I'm going to read it as trilogy. So I am very excited for this. I recently went for drinks with a friend and discovered that she is actually just finished this series and it has easily become one of her favorites. So she's like, message me anytime something happens. So we were discussing it and she has given me a better summary of the plot so I kind of remember what was happening. And it is about, now hang on, I want to say Freya and I don't know why I want to say Freya, but it's Feyre because I'm an idiot. And she's living in the woods with her family after their fall from grace, and then one day she's out hunting and she kills a wolf, and said wolf turns out to be a fairy, and then basically because of like some treaty and because of some war, they are now separated, and the price is she takes that person's place and lives with him in his lands, or death. I think death was the other choice, and she picks to live, of course. And then so she goes off to take his place, and that is the book. I have started reading this and I love it. It is so much fun. It is straight to the point, which is something I really love. I like when books just get on with it. So within the first chapters we meet Feyre. She's on the hunt. It is the day she kills this wolf, and I love when books do this. It is starting at the point as we mean to go on. It is not learning to meet her first, learning what has happened to her, her fall from grace, a bit of poverty. It is full on, we learn, oh, okay, shit, she's killed this wolf, everything's fine. Family are awful, and I'm fully aware that apparently Nesta does get redemption and everyone loves her now. So my friend did say to me, just indulge in it, indulge in the hate, and I was like, fine, I'll indulge in the hate. It's annoying, but I'll indulge in it. And the problem is I'm reading this right now why isn't she dead yet? This is a problem. I am sat there why did she starve to death yet? Why hasn't the fairy just kicked in the door and just snapped her like a twig? But fine, I get it. I have to say, considering the fact that I have read up until the point where he has rocked up and it's like, bitch, come with me. So not very far, but very early on in the book. I'm interested to see how her family are going to re-enter it. I mean, I don't know how late or early on in the series. I don't know if it's within the next 3 books. I don't know if it's afterwards because I know Nesta comes into it again later. So I'm very intrigued to see how that's going to come about, because it's basically you come live with me in the fairy world, but you can't go home basically. If you try and escape, you die. I am excited for all of this really, because I feel like there are gonna be more layers of fairy in this than there are in Throne of Glass, which I'm excited for. Wait, my brain's like, were they fairies in Throne of Glass? Yeah, they were. I'm excited for having that different types, different levels, different abilities, different looks and stuff like that. I have managed to stay away from spoilers. Don't know how, but I've done it. So I literally know nothing about the series other than the fact that Nesta gets a redemption and that this book is Feyre and the next lot are based on other characters. That is all I know, and I am so proud of myself for managing to steer clear, because I mean this book came out, this book came out in 2015. Yeesh, way longer than I thought. But I am very excited. I mean had pretty much high hopes anyway, because I love Throne of Glass and I've seen the love and hype for this full stop. So I was kind of going into it I'm probably gonna love it. It just was maybe, would it take me 1 or 2 books? Was I gonna love it from the start? And so far it is a winner. So please excuse the extremely cozy attire, but I've been at work. I want to rest. So I'm a little bit further in and I thought I would just kind of check in and discuss some things. Mainly I want to talk about characters, because plot wise it is pretty fine. I'm happy, I'm enjoying it. The pace is still ticking along nicely, there are no difficult things. So obviously I had said before that didn't like the family, didn't like Nesta. If I'm honest, the only character I really like is Lucian. I mean, I'm not bothered by Tamlin, like he's fine. And I don't know, I just think the author has kind of put Feyre in this weird situation because her family literally do nothing to help in their like need to survive basically. So Feyre is going out, she's hunting, she is like, you know, skinning the animal, she's preparing the animals, I assume she's doing all the housework, she's taking pelts to be sold, stuff like this, and you know, making sure that food can last them if the animal's big enough, you know, curing the meat and like turning it into jerky and stuff like that. And there's a scene when basically she wants Nesta to go and chop firewood and she's like no, and she's like, oh, you know, well your hands are already like, you know, all calloused or whatever. I just feel like the author has put Feyre in this situation where I kind of don't like her family, but I also don't like her because she's letting her family do this. And you know, if that was me, if I'd have been like, we need firewood so we can, you know, not freeze to death and cook our food, and my sister was like no, and I was like, you need to get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow, like just how I get up, and chop us some wood so we have stuff. And if she didn't do it that morning and I would say to her, seriously, we need firewood, the next morning she would wake up with an axe next to her head and a bit of hair missing. Like, an extreme reaction, perhaps, but I just think she should have just nipped it in the bud. And instead of letting her, I guess, you know, she's younger than her sister, she remembers what it was like before they lost all their money and stuff, and you know, when they were somebody, and I guess what she thinks she's too good to do that side of thing, I don't know. Part of me does wonder if it is a jealousy thing. Like, I do wonder if maybe kind of, you know, Nesta's jealous of the fact that Feyre doesn't remember that life before, she knows like afterwards, and maybe she's jealous of the fact that she can go out there and provide for them and kill stuff. And I wonder if it's like a jealousy thing, I don't know. But then because of like that situation, it's made me not particularly like Feyre, because I'm like, you need to just grow some balls and be like, you're helping because I can't do it all myself. Like, there is just no thanks, there is no anything, there is no offer to help skin the animal. It's just like, oh cool, so you're gonna do that now, are you? Like, there's none of that. I feel like maybe the dad is meant to be depressed or something, but he's just a complete coward really, so it doesn't help. But no, I love Lucian, I love his sassiness, I love his snarkiness, I love all of that. It is a wonderful mix. Tamlin, I'm kind of just like, he seems fine, he says some very awkward things at times and it makes me laugh. The other thing I have taken slight issue with, obviously Feyre is like, wants to escape, wants to try and find, you know, any way out that she can to get back to her family, because she's very much aware that she is their sole provider, she provides their food, everything, gets the money, stuff like that. And obviously she is very much like, I need to find a way to escape, because, you know, A, she's like, I'm trapped here in the land of the fairies, and B, my family's gonna die. Tamlin keeps saying to her, it is fine, they're taken care of, like, you don't need to worry. He's not alluding to in what way taken care of. I find it odd because it makes no sense. I mean, I get he probably does realize that she is their sole provider, and I don't know, maybe the whole thing in the treaty is it's a life for a life, so you shouldn't, I don't know, it just seems weird that you would pay some sort of like restitution to the family. I don't know. I kind of hope I'm getting my point across. I don't know. I just find it odd that he would then take care of her family and provide for them in some way. I could maybe understand like the idea of maybe when they leave, just leaving a sack of gold coins, like a little pouch, and just being like, there you go, that should tide you over, figure it out sort of thing. But it is sounding like they are taken care of as in the long term. I don't know, it seems odd. Hopefully it'll get explained more, but I still think that's weird. But all in all, it's still really good. It's just those random character traits and just random plotting that I don't get, which I think is a little bit odd. Good morning guys, how are we? So I've actually now finished ACOTAR. I have so much I need to talk about, but right now I can't because it is finally the week of my holiday and I'm actually waiting for Gavin to come pick me up. So we're gonna go just stay in like a promo inn in Southampton, and yeah, we're gonna go to IKEA, we're gonna go to Winchester. So yeah, I'm actually just waiting for him now. I thought I'd like quickly hop on to be like, I'm finished. Oh my god, I did really enjoy it. I'd say like 3.75. I think for sure the characters were a reason why I could not make it 4, and again, like the weird thing with Tamlin providing for her family, even though stuff gets explained, I still think it's really dumb. Finally had a haircut. It has taken me months. My mum did it last night actually, so yeah, my mum managed to actually cut all that length off. So yeah, so now I can diet at some point, but who knows when that's gonna happen. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I'm so glad I finally done this. But I will properly talk about it and do like a proper review once I'm back and have more time, because I have so much stuff that I'm going to be doing this week. It is ridiculous. So I'm taking a different book with me whilst I'm away, which is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Again, another book that has sat on my shelf for like 3,000 years. So yeah, I'm just finally packing up my rucksack just for like my last little bits, and then I'm going to go get breakfast. Hello. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Sorry. So it turns out I now have COVID. Yay. Thought it was tonsillitis. It's COVID. So I've been meaning to hop on, but obviously I just haven't had the chance. My birthday week was just crazy busy. Sorry if you can hear my phone, but I have just messaged work and I'm waiting to hear back from anyone. And yeah, it was just so busy. So I went to IKEA, went to Winchester the next day, crazy windy, my god. Came home on my birthday, ended up having a meal because the gig I was meant to see got rescheduled again to actually this Saturday, so I'm really concerned that I probably can't go, and I'm absolutely gutted. And then I had a work meal. Oh my god, they got me like the biggest bag of presents. There was alcohol, there was so much booze, books, which I will go through at some point. Got a £55 Waterstones voucher. Thursday, then went to see Footloose with my friend. Friday, got my tattoo, which I am in love with. I finally got my cover up. I will try and remember, I will throw up some pictures next to me, so I will show what it originally was, and you can see her drawing the start of like the stencil, the outline of it with a Sharpie, and then I will show the one that I tried to take once she'd done the line work, and you can see sort of that looks like, and then I will show what it looks like now, which is super excited. So you can still see a little bit of the bird underneath, but that is just where like the ink just needs to settle and stuff, because if she kept going on it, I probably would have punched her in the face. It was under 4 hours, and yeah, the shell was really starting to hurt like really badly, so we did really need to stop. And then I had a chill weekend, and I started to feel a bit ill on the Saturday. It feels like how it did when I had tonsillitis for 2 months last year, but my friend who I work with, who came to the work meal, she has tested positive, and then today at work I just really went downhill and felt awful, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a second test today. I was meant to be going out this evening, so that's not happening, and then my second one has ended up being positive, so yay. I managed to get away with it so for quite a long time, so yeah, but I don't really know what's going to happen because obviously there's no isolation anymore. I don't know what work want me to do, so yeah, great. Let's talk A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I have said, I think what I needed to say, spoiler free, like done. I don't think there is much I need to add to that really. Like I said, happy with the pacing. I was happy with the plot of it. I think it was a really good Beauty and Beast retelling. I just like how it went really. I'm intrigued to see how her family are going to come back into it, and especially like where we're going from here, because I can't say anything. So yeah, I definitely want to talk spoilers just so I can sort of re-explain more what I meant with the character issues. Obviously I said before that it had been set up in a way that just didn't make Feyre appealing to me because of her family, and because she was willing to put up with so much from her family. So I just wasn't, yeah, it didn't make me like her much. But I really want to talk about, I was supposed to say Rowan then, I really want to talk about Tam more and the issues that I had with him and the whole providing for her family thing. So that is something I want to go into detail with. And I also want to talk about the second half of the book and how that progressed, and obviously I don't want to give away spoilers if you haven't read it. I've just realised, just looking up on my viewfinder, my lips look like I've had fillers done. I don't know why, they look really like burn. I haven't done because I'm scared of needles and no one's coming in my face with a needle. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't read this book yet, I need to go into spoilers right now, and then when you've read it, come back and join me. So my issue, as I had said, was that Tam was just like, it's fine, I've provided for your family, like it's chill. And I always thought it just seemed weird. And then even once I found out the whole curse thing and the fact that he knew he was going to have to take her away from her family, to me it still seemed like a really extravagant amount. Like, to me it still didn't, not to say it didn't make sense, but to me I just still think it was just ridiculous that they should suddenly have this amazing life. And I get that, you know, he has befuddled them and stuff and thinking that she's with some sick relative, but I just still think it was just ridiculous. It just didn't sit right with me. And another thing that didn't sit right with me is the fact that and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, we've had this moment with Nesta where she was an ally, and it's like we're just going to take a massive step back going forward, because I know that she's still a dick and no one likes her, and then she gets her redemption. And it's really disappointing, because if I had read this not knowing that, I would have been like, yay, you know, she actually isn't a complete dick and this is great. Sorry about the out of focus there. I know what I know, so I'm kind of like, how is she going to take a step backwards and become an asshole? So I'm really disappointed with that, because I feel like we got a glimpse and got a taste of the fact that actually she could be an alright person, not like best friends, but you know, the fact that she was an ally and you know, she was willing to help, and it was just really very strange. I have to say, I loved the latter half of the book, the fact that we went to the fairy realm. I loved all of that, having the big bad, like these are the things that you expect to come further down the line with the books, and I love that it happened in this first one. However, she has overcome the big bad in this book, so it's like, okay, so what are the next two books going to hold? Is it now going to be the guy who's like across the islands and is like, I want to kill everyone? Yeah, I'm crazy excited for that. Really need there to be more Lucian, because I love Lucian. I love his sassiness, I love everything. Same with the surreal. When I read it, I was kind of like, I just get a vibe of the surreal, and the surreal makes me happy. Same with Reese. I kind of got that bitch sass from him, and I quite liked it. He has obviously seen something. The way the book ended, he kind of looked at Favour really weird, but he was like disappearing, so it was like, okay, because I was surprised that this book didn't end on a cliffhanger, and I guess that was like the kind of cliffhanger, I guess, was the fact that he saw something odd. I don't know. So yeah, I am very intrigued with where this is going to go. I'm very lucky to stay away from spoilers, so go me. I'm going to end this here. I want to keep this short, and also I have the biggest headache right now, and I just need to lie down. I'm very tired, and I really want to take off my makeup right now. So thank you for joining me on this vlog, and I will continue as I read the next three, making an updated journey, because why not? And also I enjoyed doing it with Throne of Glass, so I want to do it with this one. If you enjoyed this video and you want to hit that thumbs up, do that, and if you want to subscribe and never miss a video, do that too. As always, my socials in the bottom, and always comment below. I feel like I'm saying as always a lot. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next one.